Losing yardage here. Burns with the nice inside shot there. And was that able to be jumped in? It looks like it was. That's number 4, Tanner Robinson, on the doorstep here. Flyers need to make this count, get back one of those 2 breaks. Patient work here, swinging the disc. Mataraju with it. Has Hawkins, and he's able to put it perfectly in stride. Disturbed too much, although it will be a little bit wet from the rain that came through. So we see Carl Eckwertzel lets go of the lefty backhand to Brett Holzmeyer. Ty Notcan, great positioning on the help, but he's just too small to do anything with that. So we see Holzmeyer come down with it, dumps it back to Taylor, who's back to Holzmeyer, and Holzmeyer with the easy scoober to Christian Olsen. And that is how you get warm again after a rain delay, Josh.
Flyers, but agreed, not a necessary bid, foul awarded. And a first throw turn off of the foul. Flyers back on the disc.
And Yannick putting it up this time to Fairfax. Fairfax gets on his horse and creates the separation. He just had an extra gear there that Jeremy Langdon didn't, and Fairfax creates the separation. Second time's the charm on the hut from Yannick. Bounces it out wide to Max Thorne. Oh, and great defense from Bloodsworth. Just reads Thorne like a book, and Matthews is able to strike right away to Matt Tucker. That was some incredible defense from Ethan Bloodsworth coming from the weak side of the field. He caught the pass like it was intended for him, and the Flyers strike right back to put this game on serve. Lay gets open, then swings it to Smith. Smith to Olsen. He's got an easy continuation there to Haberfield. Haberfield on the doorstep. Oh my goodness, what an incredible layout grab there from Misha Freystadter. He used every inch of his 6'8" frame there. McKnight, another one of those U24 gold medalists, catching the pole. Centers it to Long. Oh! Jeremy Langdon gets his revenge on Fairfax. What a huge layout catch block. And he gets the bookends right afterwards. What a monster play from Jeremy Langdon. And he is rightfully fired up. This sideline, although if they're going to keep getting open on the 4 side, it doesn't really matter too much. Just about 15 yards to go now. Taylor with the disc. Oh, and a huge layout block from William Kaufman. He was dialing that up the entire time.
First it was Youngston, now Fairfax with an uncharacteristic drop in the back of the end zone.
Robinson, great sliding catch there. And Fairfax is able to get it back. We talked about his defense. Action coming fast and furious here. Fairfax almost sizing up another one there. Hustle trying to fast break. Polk is going deep. The throw's going up to him. Polk versus Davis. Jump disc. Davis gets up over him.
Flying around. The disc is flying around. Let's keep it up.
We see Yannick with the disc here, and he throws it behind Long. Another easy backhand turnover from Yannick. It's so uncharacteristic from him. St. John's just tossing it up for Freystadter, and Freystadter able to flip it in for Burnett. Long back to Youngst. Great offense here from the Flyers. Really good spacing and some miscommunication apparently from the hustle. Leaves Elijah Long wide open. Here as time ticks down in the quarter, just 30 seconds left. Mataraju, good pressure there on Taylor. Taylor bounces it to Holzmeyer. Holzmeyer with the hammer to Matt Smith, and he's in his own area code over there. Yannick up to Long, to Davis, back to Long. Long off to the races here, and he floats one out into space for Davis. Oh, and Davis unable to pull it in and stay in bounds. That's one there where the defender. Yannick with the disc now. Mitchell. Oh, a little bit lazy there, and great anticipation from Burnett. Justin Burnett able to jump that lane there. And now the hustle with under 10 yards to go. And Burns is able to flip it in to Langdon. Than 2.
And the floodgates are open, Mike. There's a 30% chance it's already raining, and a turn.
What? Just a head scratcher there from Lynch, basically passing the disc to St. John's. Not sure what he saw there, but I can tell you what he didn't see was the defender, and St. John's gets the easy catch block. And now on the doorstep, St. John's is able to flip it in to Dean Ramsey. D-line unit out here. Not quite. Fairfax is out here as well. He's typically on the O-line. As we see McKnight uncork one to Fairfax. Sometimes you just got to find your athlete and put one up to him, and that's what the Flyers did there. Big-time players make big-time plays. Great grab from Fairfax off the great throw from McKnight. And now the Flyers are on the doorstep. McKnight drops it into Mitchell in traffic. He's got Freystarter going deep, but decides not to throw it. Taylor has Olsen going deep, and Olsen just able to create that separation from Pignoni. Seems like he's just a reliable release valve for this hustle offense. Whenever they need someone on a high stall, it seems like it's Holzmeyer that's getting open. And Holzmeyer throwing one deep there to Smith. Smith having to check over both shoulders before he can find it, but that throw was in a spot where he had no choice but to catch it. That was going to hit him in the chest if he didn't find it. So we see this hustle offense, 15 yards to go for what would be just a dagger of a break. Good pressure from the Flyers. Notcan unable to get the block, though, but able to force Smith backwards. Active mark forces the Scuba to Lay. Lay, cross-field blade to Christian Olsen. And the Flyers have seen that one before. It used to be on their side, but that is Lay's signature throw. He loves that flick blade across the field with a great poach there. Notcan having to peel off to help now. Haberfield throws the huck. Floating and bending over here to this sideline, not where he wanted it, but Holzmeyer is bigger than the rest. You can't teach height, and nobody else had as much of it as Holzmeyer there as he's able to come down with the disc. Saving possession for the hustle. Taylor throwing the big blade to Lay, who makes the big long jump in. He's able to jump it in, and it wasn't pretty. It wasn't what the hustle wanted, but the result counts all the same as they are able to get another hold.
6'5", Brett Holzmeyer.
Big fake from Holzmeyer there. 10 seconds left. Holzmeyer flipping it out into space for Lay. Oh, and a huge block from Albert Yuan. Gets horizontal full extension and is able to deny the pass.
A front somersault there.
Yeah, former D1 wrestler, went to college at Troy for a while as a wrestler. As we see Haberfield put one up to Olsen. Olsen able to track it down. Difficult grab there with the way that the disc was coming in, but Haberfield hits him in stride, and here's the stall count rises.
Just had to get rid of it. I mean, the stall count was there.
Kind of surprised we didn't see a timeout there as we see Lay with that patented flick blade we talked about before. He loves that throw. Chiseling it back to Yannick in the middle. And Lynch has Brooks. Brooks has to come back for it. Terrence Mitchell trying to find the angle to bid on Max Thorne there and just can't find it. Hawkins applying the pressure to Haberfield, who now has Olsen wide open going deep. Not sure if there's a miscommunication there from the Flyers or what, but as Yannick uncorks one to Long, not typically a deep receiver, but he's got some space here. He tries to elevate, and Fairfax is there to clean up the trash. Dumps it off to Brooks. On the doorstep here. Oh, my goodness. They almost made a mess of that.
15 to go.
Holzmeyer just dices Brooks on a strike cut. And Holzmeyer flips it into Billy O'Brien, and Holzmeyer pointing back at Brooks afterwards. The Hustle are feeling themselves, and why wouldn't they? They're up 5 on the road. Over 13 feet of mark there, but Yannick able to step through it and find Fairfax, who then hammers against the transition. Puts it to McKnight. McKnight, lefty Scoober. Burnett. Justin Burnett. That was just an incredible bid. He doesn't get the block, but what an attempt from him as we see McKnight scoobering over the top. It's been a tough game for the Flyers offense, but one of the few bright spots has been Matthew McKnight. Double team being set by Russell and Hawkins. It floats up the line, and Jacob Fairfax is able to swoop in and get the block. Playoff game with Atlanta awaiting the winner as we see Yannick just throwing up a prospective huck to McKnight there. Ramsey's able to come down with it. Burnett throwing one up to Polk. Polk pokes it up into the air, and his teammate is able to bid and come down with it. I'm struggling under the lights here to see who that was. It looks like maybe number 81, J.P. Burns. you don't like it, stop it. And the Flyers haven't been able to stop it so far.
And that is going to do it for us here in Durham.
Yeah, disappointing result for the Flyers as they had a chance to make things interesting. And you see the Hustle celebrating there, holding up the 1 as they clinch the 1 seed from the South Division. They're only going to have 1 game to play in the playoffs, and they're going to get to do so at home, a huge advantage for them.